I'm going to jump in the pool, but before I do, I'm going to do an exhale instead of an inhale. So I'm doing it on pretty much whatever I have in my lungs left.
Wow. Let's get to it. These are real handcuffs.
Okay. This is a total of 8 padlocks.
Hope that's not the last kiss.
Audience, if I can ask one favor, hold your breath. Raise your hand. When you lose your breath, put your hand down. We'll get a chance to see how many people last. Trying to get out of our hands at this point.
She's now been underwater for 30 seconds. Seconds.
The high part is just fix the chains at the end.
Come on.
Wow.
Come on. When is this a problem? Oh my God.
Over a minute and 15 seconds.
Hello? I can't see her moving.
Yeah, look.
Oh, she's not moving.
Here she comes.
Over a minute and a half. Everyone's getting nervous.
You know what? She's up.
She's up. Alexandria the Great. We're gonna get her dried off. Now we're back. Judges are here.
This was like the best escape artist that I have seen.
Oh, thank you.
I think Houdini has been reincarnated.
Thank you.
He said he was going to come back.
Well, you know.
Harry! Harry, is that you? Anyway, Howard, what'd you think?
Home run, A+. This is a tough thing to pull off, and you pulled it off.
Thank you so much.
Howard Stern said home run A+.
I was so afraid of her.
I've been thinking the whole time how you did this. Do you know what I mean?
She was making out, I know how she did it. She was making out with Nick before she went under the water, and Nick had the key in his mouth.
Okay.
True.
I couldn't even begin to hold my breath because I was already too nervous for you. And that makes for good viewing and a good show. So I'm in.
Thank you so much.
All positive statements.
Well, we should vote. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Yes! See you later!
Vegas, you believe you can top that?
Yes, absolutely.
Thank you.
How does it feel?
I'm breathless. Now I'm breathless.
We'll see you in Vegas.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Good evening, Britain. And what I'm about to try and do, hopefully, David Williams is going to save my life. David, can I invite you to come and join me on the stage? Ladies and gentlemen, David Williams. Hello, David.
How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm really good, thank you.
Right.
Have a seat here, sir.
Thank you.
What I'd love you to do, first of all, is to check out this blindfold. It's made of one piece of metal. The reason I bought you guys a metal blindfold is I really want to impress upon you that you can't see through it, but don't take my word for it.
I've had a lot of experience with blindfolds, so let me just... So you definitely can't see.
It's good, right?
You can't see anything.
Okay, good. You can take it off. I'll get it from you in a second. Now, the inspiration for what I'm going to try and do comes from a game that I play with my daughter, Millie. She's 6, and it's basically like a version of chicken, okay? And we can play it right now.
Okay.
So I've got a cup, and what I'd like you to do is I'd like you to hold it on the top of your head. You've played this game before. I've got some water, and I'm going to pour the water into the cup, and just by listening to the sound of it, I want you to shout stop when you think the cup is absolutely full. Ready?
Yeah.
Stop. That was really, really good. David Williams, everybody.
That's not bad.
It's really good.
Not bad.
And obviously, the worst thing that's going to happen if you get that wrong, you're going to get a bit wet. Well, tonight I'm going to play exactly the same game, but the stakes are just a little bit higher. David, if I can ask you to go to a safe place. Thank you, Bianca. This is a loaded crossbow. I also have a balloon, natural enemy of a crossbow. This bow shoots at 120 feet per second, which means that at this distance, this arrow will hit that balloon faster than you can blink your eye. Ladies and gentlemen, Bianca. She's amazing. Thank you. Now, I've got some more crossbows. They're the same, they're identical, but this time they're on stands, and underneath them there are containers of water. Underneath the containers are taps. So when we open the taps, the water will flow down into the bottles that are underneath. The bottles are attached to the triggers of the crossbows. Different size bottles means that the bows are going to fire at different times. Straight into this target, which is where I'm going to be standing. I have to listen to the sound of the water flowing, exactly like you did, David, and get out of the way. This is blindfold chicken with crossbows. If I can ask you guys for absolute silence. Bianca, turn on the taps.
Set.
Saved my life.
What you're about to see is extremely dangerous and should not be attempted under any circumstances. I can only describe the position I'm about to put myself in as hell on earth. If you thought my first audition was dangerous, you've seen nothing yet. I am being locked into a solid steel straitjacket secured with padlocks. The jacket will be clamped shut around my chest. That alone makes it difficult to breathe. A clear box will then be placed over my head and secured around my neck with 2 more padlocks. Once the solid steel bar is in place, it clamps the box to my neck, meaning there is only one way out. 2 chains will then be wrapped around my body and secured to my wrists with regulation handcuffs. Finally, as the box squeezes tight around my neck, I will struggle to get the oxygen I need into my lungs before the box is filled with water and all the ways of gaining oxygen are closed off. I will use a single lockpick to make my escape. Both the straitjacket and the box's grip around my neck restrict my ability to take in the oxygen I need, and that's why this is one of the most dangerous escapes ever performed. If I am without breath for longer than 1 minute and 45 seconds, I am in trouble. Once this escape begins, it cannot be stopped.